Geeking Out is brought to us by Doggy Style. Dog groomers now open.
Be careful of that dog flu, though. Flu.
Well,
Careful of
just
that dog flu.
don't get them from the back.
Oh, hey.
Just gotta know. You gotta know where we're coming from here. Whoa!
Double entendre.
Yeah, bro. All right, so Geeking Out, there's a lot that I'm sure has been building up over the course of the last 3 weeks that you've been wanting to talk about. There's some new stuff that has come out of Marvel that everybody's kind of getting their reactions on. But what did you want to start with?
Well, Fu, first off, I'd like to start with my little adventure the day after after I finished my exam, Fu.
Oh, what
I
happened?
actually went to go see a double feature. So, in that afternoon, I went to go see the My Hero Academia movie, the anime movie, World Mission. Amazing, by the way. The best My Hero movie by far.
Is this like supposed to take place specifically, tied to the series? Is?
Yeah, so this actually is supposed to take place around where season 5 is at the moment. So, Outfu, I don't know if you remember My Hero
Yeah,
Academia.
yeah, of course.
Well, Deku,
Mhm.
at this point, Deku Todoroki, which is the guy that has half hot, half cold,
Uh-huh.
and Deku's lifelong frenemy Bakugo, all three of them pretty much are heroes now underneath Endeavor, Todoroki's dad.
Mm-hmm.
So they're all like pretty much training to be the best, and they're all becoming like a three team, like a tag team, pretty much. So they call themselves the Three Musketeers. That's what people know them as.
All
Three
right.
Musketeers in Endeavor, which actually sounds pretty dope when you put it that way.
Sounds like a good
So
chocolate
how
bar.
it does food with nougat, with nougat food. And what the pretty much what the synopsis of the story is that there is a cult called the Humorize where they are like unleashing this chemical into the air that causes quirks to go out of control and kill people. So
Oh,
they're pretty
damn.
much like exposing this fucking bomb in the middle of cities, and then you just see people and their quirks going out of control. Like people who have just vestigial tails, like
Mm-hmm.
lizard tails, all of a sudden they become like iguanas. Like it starts to like advance their evolution. And so they also give a little backstory into quirks, and what they are. And originally they were called mutations. So essentially, they're mutants. Like you kind of get a little more backstory of
Okay.
what this whole world is in the anime. Which actually, if you're like never seen My Hero before,
Mm-hmm.
this is the perfect movie just to jump right in, and
Do
you'll
they
learn
give a
so much.
backstory of what's happened so far? Is that why?
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. They give a little backstory of what happened so far, and then more of like a setting of what the world is. Like, what are quirks? Where do they come from? Kind of thing.
All right.
Um, so pretty much the whole thing is that they're going to invade this country. So they have like a night ops where they go in to try to stop these people and the bomb. They end up not finding the headquarters and the main guy. So Deku and Todoroki and Bakugo are in the city kind of trying to find clues to where to find the main villain. It ends up being this whole ordeal where Deku becomes wanted for murder, quote unquote, and being framed. So he has to go on the run. Todoroki and Bakugo have to save him, and ultimately it leads to him fighting the main villain at the end. And that fight was great. If for those of you that want to see what it was, go to YouTube, look up the Deku final fight against Reflector,
Mm-hmm.
or Flecht is his name. And dude, it was awesome. Again, I recommend anyone that can go see it. It's in theaters. It's the My Academia World Hero movie. So Fu, if you can watch it on Plex, Fu, watch it on Plex.
All right, sweet.
It
Yeah,
it'll
I
be
mean,
worth
there's
it.
I'm gonna be doing a lot more movie watching now that I am in the comfort of my living room, watching
And
movies
you can
up on
hide
my
from
big
them
screen.
dogs, Fu.
That's the plan, man.
That's the dream right there,
That's the
dog.
dream. That's the American dream right there, dog.
Well, after that movie, Fu, I immediately went to see Eternals.
Oh wow.
And
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, so I'm
What'd you
just like,
think? I haven't seen it yet. I've been meaning to.
so storytelling wise, it felt a lot, or it felt like watching the first Thor movie.
Mm.
where you got backstory, but it was really extravagant. Um, and there's just so much. You don't get everything all at once. Like they spread out each of like the history and their past stories throughout the movie. So you find out more and more as the story goes along. And then there is a twist. For those of you that are not aware, but what it does is it really builds the whole world. So, um, pretty much how the movie
And
goes
when
is
you say
spoiling.
world,
Go
is
ahead.
it like the world that we're living on? Because I know
I'm
that they.
sorry, the universe. The universe.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It builds out the rest of the Marvel
Oh,
universe.
got
So
it.
like
Okay.
the actual within the galaxy kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because we really only get parts of space from Captain Marvel and Guardians of the Galaxy. We don't really have any other movies that expand space
Yeah, it's
and
true.
what's actually out there. So this movie really builds on that. Like we
Okay.
get more of a backstory on who the Celestials are and how they're actually born. Which, spoiler alert, you end up finding out that the reason why the Eternals are on Earth is because they were meant to fight the deviants. So what deviants are like pretty much the evil wills and creatures that go and kill humans. So the Eternals were originally supposed to come and protect us
Mm-hmm.
and save humanity from the deviants. Well, you end up finding out that the deviants aren't gone after thousands of years. They're coming back, and they're actually killing Eternals. They killed one of the main Eternals, and so then at that point, all the other Eternals are trying to find each other and come together again, and to see what needs to be done, how they can stop the deviants. So then they finally speak to their Celestial, Arishem,
Mm-hmm.
who is the one with like those six eyes that you see in the trailers and stuff.
All right.
Um, and you end up finding out that the Eternals were actually sent because um, the Eternals are like mechanical creatures. Like they're not even human. Like they're not humans. They're made like you can see they're made in like a factory. Like
Okay.
Irisham shows one of them that. So
Oh.
then so then you find out that the original Eternals were the deviants, but the
What?
deviants got so out of control because they were eating humans,
Uh-huh.
that the Celestials had to send the Eternals to maintain them and to dwindle them down. And the reason for that is that when a planet is created, it is actually Earth is actually a womb pretty much
Mm-hmm.
for a Celestial.
Oh.
So they sent a Celestial's essence into Earth, and it's growing within Earth. So the Eternals are there so that way to ensure that the Celestial can be born. And when a Celestial is born, the planet gets destroyed, and but the Celestial will create a new galaxy or like a new universe, and
Okay.
it pretty much signifies the beginning of creation through ending of creation. So the actual Eternals that are loving humans, they're like, dude, we gotta stop this. So they're trying to stop it, figure out, get everyone together to figure out how to stop a Celestial from being born, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when the twist comes in that one of the Eternals is actually still working for the Celestials and doesn't think of humans that way. And then it goes from there. At the
Credits.
very well, it's a whole sequence. They end up stopping that Eternal and stopping the Celestial from being born. But at the very end, I'm not spoiling exactly how everything goes down, but you guys got to watch it. Um, at the end, they pretty much get taken back by the Celestial Erisham. He acknowledges that they saved humanity, but he pretty much tells them that I'm going to judge your decision by seeing how humanity goes from here. And based off of your decision, based off of what they do next, he's like, we'll decide on whether I let this galaxy live or die. So then he just
Jesus.
like takes them. Dude, yeah, he just takes them while like a separate group of Celestials are exploring the world looking for other Eternals
Mm-hmm.
because there are other Eternals spread out throughout the galaxy.
Okay.
Um so they're going to try to get more so that way they could stop the Celestials. But the ones that stayed on Earth were the ones that the Celestial Erisham took back with him
I
as
see.
like to judge
Yeah.
pretty much. But in the movie, we finally get a new kind of intro to a new character, Dane Whitman, played by Kit Harington, none other than Jon Snow Foo, the
Yeah.
bastard Jon Snow. At the very end, you see that he's actually he has a secret of his own, and in it there's like this big case in front of him, and he opens it, and it's this black magic sword that's like speaking to him and like whispering things to him. So he's like trying to grab it. As he goes to grab it, you hear a voice. Are you sure you want to do that, Mr. Whitman? And he's like, are you sure you understand what the consequences are of you getting that? And all of a sudden, credits.
Dang. So Moon Knight, right?
So the voice was none other than Mahershala Ali, aka Blade, aka the Daywalker. The director Chloe Zhao confirmed that that was in fact Blade's voice. And what pretty much Blade is doing is he ends up rebuilding the Avengers, and there is an Avengers team like this where it's Blade, Black Knight, aka Dane Whitman, who is played by Kit Harington. There is
wait, so who's gonna be Moon Knight? It's not Kit Harington.
Moon Knight is Oscar Isaac.
That's okay. My bad. Yeah, my bad. I had that all fucked up.
It's gonna be Moon Knight. Also, I forgot Moon Knight's gonna be in there as well, and then I believe She-Hulk. It's gonna be like their own little Defenders kind of thing. That's why you're gonna see Blade is gonna be in Moon Knight. He is gonna be in Moon Knight, so we may also see Kit Harington in that series as well show up, because he's gonna be working with Blade.
And we have another Marvel movie come out with vampires too, right? With what's
Morbius.
His face?
Morbius. Yeah, that trailer came out too, and that looks awesome. That looks so good. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
Blade's gonna be in that one as well. I mean, you can't have a vampire Marvel movie without Blade. It's gotta, he's gotta be in there.
There's gonna be a lot of upset people if he's not at least in there for a few minutes.
It's like, Dick, there's this freaking like an actual vampire they're saying in the news, and he's not gonna follow a lead. No, I don't believe it. Chilling on the couch.
Credits.
Credits.
Shortest Marvel movie in history.
Nah, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
It's all phony.
Yeah, they'll put it at the front of the next Toy Story movie. That'll be one of those.
Be the next short.
Yeah.
The day no hero believed the news. Nah, I don't believe it. That's fake news.
Yeah. That was easy.
Yeah, that was easy. Credits.
That's a paycheck.
But Fu, you know what? It was a good movie, and ultimately I give it 83 out of 10.
83 out of 10?
83 out of 100. Fu.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow, you love this movie.
I forgot the decimal.
Got it. Well, hey, man, that means considering how long these movies are, and I was I've been known to I just not present movies like Dune in the best light because they're just so long.
You're not a marathon man, Fu. You like a nice sprint.
Yeah, or at least a 5K. Yeah, I'm down for a 5K. Which is about equivalent to 2.5 hours, but when you get into the 3+ hour mark, you're losing me, man. You're losing me. The most recent movie that I really fucking enjoyed that was 3+ hours, aside from The Irishman, was the Justice League movie. But that was packed with like no minute I think was wasted in Justice League.
Oh, not at all. And yeah, that's the beauty of Zack Snyder's Justice League is that he had so much together.
It's dense. It's a dense movie.
Yeah, it makes sense why the Joss Whedon one was so clunky and it didn't work.
Yeah,
it was a fucking. It was
the original vision was supposed to be dense with just material. It's crazy. Yeah. But when you stretch something out like a movie like Dune, where it's just like a lot of brooding and, cool fucking, beautiful fucking sceneries and things like that they show you. It's a space opera. I can understand, but if you're trying to get in there looking to be entertained minute by minute, it's not happening. Is that what Eternals is like, or is there some kind of happy middle going on here?
There's a happy middle because just like any Marvel property, there's levity. You have the comic reliefs like Kumail Nanjiani. His character is hilarious because his name is Kingo, and he ends up like going to, after the Eternals like split and separate. he ends up becoming a Bollywood star for like hundreds of years. He just pretends to be the descendants of his
Oh,
predecessors.
okay.
So he's like Kingo the second, Kingo the third, Kingo the fourth, Kingo
But
the
he looks
fifth.
exactly
He
the
has like
same.
he looks exactly the same. He'll just have like a mustache or like a beard, or he'll just change up certain facial features.
What
Like,
the
Dick,
fuck?
it's still you. Um, and then it's funny, he has a valet in it, Punta or Puntar or whatever, and he's hilarious. He's like, "Oh no, Mr. Kingo told me everything that he is. I know he's an Eternal. I'm very thankful for you people for saving all of us here." And then he'll like videotape everything, and
Uh-huh.
so then like as things are happening, all you hear is Kingo say, "Puntar, did you get it? I got it, sir. I with the extra zoom." He should always videotape. And then he's just like, are you really videotaping this right now? He's like, there's nothing wrong with more B footage. We always need more B footage.
That's just really yeah, it's a good rule of
Yeah.
thumb.
Yeah, so dude, it's great. It's hilarious. The
I
cast
thought
worked really well together.
I thought the Eternals weren't supposed to interfere, or is that not considered interfering with human history?
It's not confusing. Yeah, it's not, because you're just, in the back. You're just there. So you're not really like trying to change history or like, but at the
Bollywood's
same time
huge
they
though.
were. Well, they weren't. They were actually involved, because you see
Hmm.
that they were actually helping them build certain things. What's it called? Bryson, the guy from Paperboy
Mm-hmm.
from Atlanta.
Okay.
His character Fastos was an inventor,
Oh.
so he was the one that helped them invent the wheel. He helped them invent guns. Like, he was the one that developed everything for them.
Mm-hmm.
So you learn that in there. And then Cersei, she's the Gemma Chan. She can turn any water, like any non-matter or organic thing, into whatever she wants.
Oh, all right.
So she has like matter manipulation,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much. So they do things, but they do it in the background, and they just try to protect, like, from the deviants. But once they killed all the deviants, then they had to kind of just be in the shadows
Mm-hmm.
and live their own lives after that. Like, and just be who, like, try to blend in.
Now I understand that one of these characters in the Eternals is directly related to Thanos, right?
So that's who you find out at the end credits of it.
Okay.
So his name is Eros, Star Fox, and he's played by none other than Harry Styles. So you just see Harry Styles come in, and he's actually introduced by this little like centaur
Mm-hmm.
Pip, played by Patton Oswalt, who gives him like this full like intro and like da 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 da, and he walks in, and he pretty much, yeah, he's an Eternal, brother of Thanos,
Uh-huh.
and he's gonna help them at least find the other Eternals, or that's what it looks like. I believe he may show up in Guardians of the Galaxy. They didn't really like. We don't know where they're going, because they didn't say if there's gonna be a second Eternals movie, but they're
Okay.
saying the Eternals will be back in some shape or form.
Maybe the next Avenger movie or whatever.
Some maybe Secret Invasion.
Ah, yeah.
Um, that series, like, we got so much this past week in extra stuff. We got the She-Hulk. They showed us pictures of She-Hulk, Tatiana's Maslany
Uh-huh.
as She-Hulk, along with regular Hulk in there. We also got Moon Knight stills. We got the new Morbius trailer.
The Moon
And
Knight
Fu,
looks ridiculous. It looks really good.
it does. It does. I can't wait, dude. I cannot wait. That looks like it's going to be a great series.
Yeah.
And then, Fu, I've been burying the lead. We got the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer that
Mm-hmm.
just, mwah, gave us what we all wanted.
Dude, we're
Pretty much what
getting
we all kind of.
we're getting the multiverse. It's just getting unleashed, and they explain such a thing is going on in the actual trailer. But the little things that people are finding in this trailer, I think, are pretty interesting. For one, the one that everybody's referring to these days is who the fuck is punching the lizard
Yeah,
when he's in
yeah.
midair.
Fu, John Cena. Didn't you know John Cena?
Oh, he came out and said it was him, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, you just can't see him, dude. You
Yeah,
just
of
can't
course.
see him.
Okay, he's a universe's Spider-Man.
Yeah, man, you can't see him.
Right.
Yeah, dude, come on. That's totally obvious. Like, who the hell
It's
is
got to be Toby or
punching the
Andrew.
lizard?
Yeah.
It's got to either be. I'm assuming Andrew. Um, But fuck, who knows? I mean, yeah. But yeah, come on, dude. It's totally obvious they airbrushed someone out. They digitized him out of there.
And it's funny
So
because also in the Andrew Garfield movies, he loses a loved one when in a similar fashion, right? Like they're in a construction site, and
they're in a clock
right?
tower.
Oh, they're in
A
a
clock tower.
oh, in a clock
And
tower.
that's when the Goblin throws Gwen Stacy
Mm.
down the clock tower, and then you see him grab her with the webs, but snaps her neck. Yeah, so they do that same thing, where construction site's going down. You see him go to try to catch her in like that same frame.
That MJ,
She's
yeah.
hanging. MJ's falling this time.
Hmm.
So yeah, we finally see full of Doc Ock. You get a full backstory of what exactly happened, where Strange said because Peter was meddling with the spell that he, instead of, just wiping everyone's memory, he ended up bringing people into his universe
To fill that
shouldn't be
void.
there, to fill that void.
Yeah.
So you get Doc Ock, played by none other than Alfred Molina, and then you see Goblin, the Green Goblin,
Yep.
come in. Fucking suit looks even nice and updated, which was dope. And then you see Electro, which
Electro.
this Electro is exactly what I was hoping the original was, because dude, it's like a nice interpretation of what the comic book version was.
Yeah, they even
Where you
give him
have
like the
actual
star
horns.
face, or it really looks like a
Yes.
weed leaf, but it's this like a yellow weed leaf or something. But yeah, anyway, he
Yeah, dude,
looks legit.
It does. It does. He looks dope. And then we see that the lizard's gonna go up against them, and then Sandman
Yep.
too. But there was also a sixth person, another goblin, what looks like a hood, and was flying, but had like almost like the new goblin.
Hmm.
Like, remember those little pumpkins that would fly after
Yeah.
Peter and try to.
Hmm.
But instead, he was using that old glider. So people are wondering, is it Dane DeHaan, or like who is it? James Franco? Probably not James Franco.
Right.
Most likely, So
Yeah,
I
he's
think
canceled, right?
Yeah, he's canceled at this point, I think.
Or he's
Who knows?
he's on pause.
Oh, and he's on hiatus, Foo. He's on hiatus. Foo, he's on a TTTP break. Foo.
Okay.
Yeah.
TBD.
That's TBD, Foo.
Yeah.
But they did confirm that Hobgoblin is supposed to be in this movie. So maybe it's Hobgoblin. Now, Hobgoblin in the comics and in the animated show is not Norman Osborn. In fact, he is like a ripoff of. They kind of play it off as one is a ripoff of another.
Okay.
But he's played by Ned Leeds, and whose name is Ned Leeds in this show? None other than the guy in the chair, Ned, in Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh.
That is who his character is supposed to be. So I think a twist is that Ned in this timeline, or you're going to see a Ned from another universe come in. He's going to be like maybe thinner, because Jacob Batalon, the guy that plays Ned,
He lost a
actually
lot of
got in
weight.
shape.
Yeah.
He lost a lot of weight, and he got in shape. So they're just like, oh, dude, I think that they did that in this. Like, they're faking everyone out.
That's clever.
By showing a lot of like those scenes where he's bigger,
Yeah.
So
And we get Vulture too, right?
Maybe. They actually announced that there would be a Vulture project, that Michael Keaton is actually doing a Marvel project as the Vulture.
Well, I think
But
that they
didn't
need
say
to
what it
introduce more formally the Sinister Six, which we get in this movie, right? Or at least the majority
Essentially.
of it? Yeah.
Essentially, we get the majority of it. I think we'll get it. No, I think we're getting the Sinister Six, because we're missing two, and it actually looks like in this trailer, because we finally see Doc Ock capture Peter,
Mm-hmm.
and then when he shows up as Tom, like, Doc Ock actually like acknowledges, wait, you're not my Peter Parker. Like, who are you?
Right.
And it actually looks like Doc Ock is going to help this Peter,
Yeah.
because as Doctor Strange says in this trailer, every single one of these villains are destined to die by the hand of Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
And Spider-Man doesn't want that. He doesn't want people to die because of him. He wants to save them, even if they are villains, which
Right.
is what I love about Spider-Man. It's like, dude, I don't want you to die. Like, even though you're a villain, like, dude, you're still a human.
But he's like Batman. He has no problem roughing him up. But
No.
they don't want
him
him to
up.
die.
He'll teach him a lesson or two, Foo.
Yeah, let's break a
know,
few
teach him how
bones.
Teach him how that backhand looks. He's like,
Right.
Man, it's nice, Doc, right? It's nice. Swaka!
They make sure they know it's strong.
Strong, stiff. Uh, so man, it's gonna be an amazing movie. There's so much more that we people are even finding in this trailer. The Statue of Liberty has a giant shield like Captain America.
Hmm.
Yeah, man, I can't wait to see this movie. It's coming out December 17th. So, Foo, we're gonna watch it. Just be prepared, Foo.
No, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. This is one movie that I am gonna go out of my way and watch it at the movie theater. Likely the night that it premieres. I'm down because this has been an event. This is really going to be an event for all Marvel moving forward. This is going to pivot the entire universe to now deal with the multiverse, and then that has to connect with everything else that we've been seeing in and out of the Disney Plus, the Marvel universe in the cinematic sense, and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah,
Sony,
man.
even the Sonyverse.
Yeah, and Sony too, because Sony, it's actually even going to include like Morbius, Venom. Like these
Hmm.
universes are now going to be acknowledged as together.
Yeah.
So people are saying, spoiler, that maybe Venom may show up in this movie, because if at the end of Venom 2, all of a sudden when like Venom is giving Eddie like all of the knowledge that he possesses as a
Hmm.
symbiote, like they shift and it looks like similar to what you're seeing in Spider-Man, where like you see the purple sky, like the room and stuff shift, and all of a sudden he's in the middle of New York, and
Oh,
you see Venom like licking his chops like that guy when he sees Peter Parker on the TV screen.
yeah.
So it's yeah, man. I think this is gonna Venom's gonna be in the movie. I think he's
What if
gonna
it's a
be the
Topher Grace Venom?
no, please, please.
Imagine.
Oh God, no, no,
Give it another go.
no. It's okay. We don't. No one needs it. No one's wanting it. No one's petitioning for it. So leave it be.
I don't know,
Leave it
man.
be.
I think this podcast has at least one person wanting it.
Oh, you. Oh, no, 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 no,
Just for
no,
trolling
no.
purposes, that's all. Just for trolling purposes.
You are alone in that, sir.
Okay,
Don't you? Don't
write in. fubarshow@gmail.com. We want to hear what you have to say about this.
Yeah, yeah. Or Instagram us. Talk to us.
Fuck
Tell
it.
us what you think.
Right.
Fuck it. Well, Foo, it's gonna. If you guys haven't seen the trailer, go watch the trailer. It's so good, and yeah, it just leaves you wanting more, Foo.
Tight.
And last thing I want to talk about, Foo, is well, not last thing actually. We got a couple more things.
All right.
One Piece has finally had their thousandth episode, Foo.
And that, which leads me to say, what's the point of even starting from the beginning? I'm never gonna catch up.
It's fine, Foo. You don't need to catch up. It's that kind of a show
Mm-hmm.
where you can watch it at your own pace and you'll still enjoy getting to that destination. Because God, it's fucking satisfying as fuck.
Okay.
It's long.
Yeah,
It is
no
long.
shit. When did it
Which-
start? What year was it? 1928?
So
How long has this shit been going on for 1,000
it's
episodes?
been going since 1998.
Oh man, that's
It's
it.
around, but the reason why is that they have very short breaks.
Mm.
They premiere an episode every single day, or like every Sunday, every week, and then occasionally they'll just do like a 2-week break in between.
Mm.
So the season breaks are very short. It's usually just a couple of weeks, and then they go into the next season, as they say. But the reason why is that One Piece just keeps going and going, because that's how the a writer, Eiichiro Oda, writer and creator of One Piece, he just keeps drawing. Like he says, he's like, I just enjoy it. He says he's like, I just go out there, I enjoy drawing, I enjoy writing, seeing where these guys go, because he's like literally world building, and that's all this show is. Like, you're building the world, you're seeing more and more and exploring what's out there, you're learning more about what everything is, and you're enjoying it because it has like that. It has more of the comedy side, but the action sequences are satisfying
Nice.
once you get there. And I think I showed you a couple where it just looks insane,
Yeah.
where the stylings of them. So it's worth it once you get to watch them. And then the movies themselves, it's just like the Dragon Ball Z movies. Like, you can just watch them by themselves, and it's good. So like, you're not missing that much. I've had like one of my cousins is currently reading and watching, and he's just like, oh dude, I'm just going at my own pace. He's like, but it's satisfying. It's very satisfying.
How different are the is the animation style now than it was back when it started? Is it quite different?
Oh, quite different, dude.
Yeah.
Quite different. And it's great when you go back and you see how each episode evolved.
Mm.
Like with every single arc, like the animation style just got crisper, better. And that's exactly how it is, especially in the anime. I mean, the anime you saw there, like you saw the flashes and like the just smooth transitions of
Right.
each animation. Like it wasn't that intricate as it was back then, but
Not like the
it's
South
still
Park, the early South Park
no.
days
Yeah,
when it was
not like
actual
that. No, no,
cardboard,
no. Not like that.
or the
I would say
Simpsons, where they were like
I
goofy
would say
looking.
no. Like think back, like maybe remember how Dragon Ball Z was drawn,
Yeah,
like that kind of drawing.
yeah, yeah.
So it was a little similar to that style, and they just kind of built on it, and it was similar to like how Naruto is the same way too. But dude, they're like One Piece is the first the first anime to go 1,000 episodes without ever changing its title. It's just been One Piece.
Mm.
Every other show has been Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball
Oh,
Super,
okay.
Naruto,
Iterations or
iterations, or like
or
second
eras.
halves,
Yeah,
or eras, or
yeah.
like Naruto Shippuden. Boruto is the Naruto Shippuden storyline. Like they're just different stories. One Piece is like, nah, bro, this is just one fucking story, but we'll
Right.
have just different arcs,
Mm-hmm.
and they just haven't stopped.
So
And so pretty much the whole essence of One Piece is that everyone is trying to be a pirate and find what is called the One Piece, which is the treasure, like the all-knowing treasure at the end of this place called the Grand Line, and that those who are able to obtain the One Piece would be one, the richest person in the world, and would be known as King of the Pirates. So that's what this guy Luffy, Monkey D. Luffy, a boy that pretty much grew up wanting to be a pirate and being a king of the pirate, and he ate what was called a devil fruit known as the gum gum fruit, which turned him into a rubber person. So
ah,
literally, he like bends himself, like he can make himself super big and long. So he's kind of like Plastic Man. He doesn't change shapes or anything, but he can like make his fist super long by blowing it up like a big balloon
uh-huh.
and like punching. So, you see him on his venture, growing his crew, seeing all these different places. Um, it's great because he's an idiot, but like he's strong and he's confident. Like he's like Goku, dude. He's like, no, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it, but I need people to help me get there,
Right.
kind of thing.
All right.
So yeah, and this episode was very much a nice way to kind of encapsulate that. And right now, everyone's saying the current arc, the Wano arc, is their best one because it takes place in like this feudal Japanese land, where you have samurai going up against each other and fighting like this one pirate that's called an emperor. That he's pretty much the strongest being in the world. Like if you try to cut him, hit him, nothing affects him. You break knives and swords on him and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, uh, y- if you guys haven't seen One Piece, go out, watch it. It's fucking fun. It's dope. You'll have a good time. There's a lot of levity in it. It's a nice good anime to watch, foos.
I need to get started then. Episode 1.
It'll be worth it, foo. It'll be worth it.
All
All
right.
right, foo. Well, since we're on anime, lastly, let's talk about Cowboy Bebop, foo.
Yeah,
The new
let's, man.
Netflix
Now,
series.
I've been familiar with Cowboy Bebop for a while now. Ever since it started, the first anime was presented to everybody. I just never actually sat down and watched any of it, but I know what it's about. It's space bounty hunters pretty much, and a lot of it takes place in space, and even like in Jupiter's moons. At least that's what we're getting introduced with this live action. Which, by the way, dude, like they are going above and beyond to make it look, feel, sound. The moods are just like what I know of, which isn't much of the anime Cowboy Bebop, right?
Yeah, man. I mean, I've actually been watching it. Actually, I'm on episode 20 right now, but it feels just like the anime. It's so true to it.
Camera
The
angles,
first episode,
even they're going out of the
camera
way.
angles, soundtrack, those storylines, at least the way they're portraying them. It's done so well.
Even the
Though
B
it-
shots. like little
Yeah,
B
food.
shots of just like I don't know, for example, like a street sign, you know, and it's in space like that. That looks like
Or just
an
showing the
anime.
planet,
Yeah.
like the planet in space,
Mm-hmm.
like the way they have these space gates.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it like everything is true to the anime. From Spike's ship to the Bebop itself.
They're not taking these like annoying liberties that Hollywood tends to take when they go live action with something.
No, very much true to it, and the set pieces and cinematography are amazing, dude. Like they were spot on with how
Yeah.
they did everything. And the one gripe I had is that they did take a little liberties with the storyline, like kind of moving things
But
in places.
I'm
where
being told that it still gets to the same conclusion, right? It's just how
It
they
does.
get there is a little different.
it's a little different, which
Yeah.
it's okay. Like these liberties are okay for those that haven't watched it because you're still getting the essence of what those episodes were.
Mhm.
And I mean, dude, there's only so much you can fit in 10 episodes, an hour each. So you know, I mean, they got to kind of work around it a little, but it's still good, dude. From John Cho as Spike Spiegel to you know, from Jet Black to even Faye Valentine. Right now I'm on episode 4.
Mhm.
So it's just getting better and better, and I can't wait. I can't wait to finish it. If you guys haven't seen it, it's on Netflix, so you guys can watch either, you know, one episode a week, or just go binge crazy and watch 10 in a row.
And
go 10 in a row.
speaking of something that we, Steph and I were talking about last week, Hit Monkey. Have you started watching Hit Monkey on Hulu, dude?
No, it's on my
Dude,
list,
it's
though,
so
dude.
fucking good. Jason
I know.
Sudeikis as like the main kind of guy, his ghost partner, guide guy. It's great, dude. The jokes are all there. Obviously, we understand why they chose to put this bitch on Hulu because goddamn it is not for kids. Has no
I heard it's
business,
like,
no business being
like
on Disney
Archer.
Plus.
I heard it's like Archer-esque type of
Oh
comedy.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, and then some, dude. If anything,
Oh, yeah?
it rivals it sometimes with all the fucking blood that you get.
Oh,
Yeah, with all the gore, because I mean, it's a monkey fucking shit up. You know, monkeys don't give a shit.
yeah. But
You know,
it's
they'll-
like set in the Marvel universe, right?
Well, it's a Marvel comic, so
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's either I'm not paying attention or I've not seen any mention of like, you know, like a Captain America or like on the news in the background. There's nothing like that
Well,
happening right now. Then again, I've only seen the first 3 episodes.
Oh, okay, got it.
But
I know in the trailer, because I know in the trailer they say like we have to go up against Japanese supervillains or like superheroes, something along
Okay,
those lines. So I
okay.
just assumed it was. I haven't. I'll watch it.
And you know what? I wouldn't be
Yeah,
surprised. It does have the Marvel label on it, so
Yeah.
they could, or it could be part of the multiverse. I mean, they can do whatever the fuck they want now, dude.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, so now you got the new Avengers with a fucking monkey in a suit and guns. I'm all in. I'm all in. Splooge.
I mean, if they could do a Howard the Duck appearance in What If, they can pull off a assassin monkey foo.
Yeah, please, please. Dude,
All right, I'm gonna watch
it's
it.
fucking awesome. You're missing out if you haven't even dabbled. You need to dabble in some of that
Foo,
monkey.
I'll add it to my list, foo.
And you
Didn't it
know-
just release.
Yeah, it came out like a week ago, and so it's fairly new. And yeah, we started watching it right away. We kind of did 3 episodes in a row, and we saw another episode another day. But goddamn, and you know how like some of these Marvel series is they kind of take their time on the origin story, or at least you know, this one doesn't take its time. Like you get your origin story in episode 1, and boom, we're off to the fucking races. So it's good. Like it gets to the point. It's concise. It's understandable. It's for, I want to say for all ages, but it's not. But it's, I mean, any idiot could understand what's going on with how they were able to build this origin story out. It's very nice.
Right on.
Yeah, man.
Right on.
Yeah.
All right. Adding now, foo.
Do it.
Done and done. Well, foo, I think we've geeked out enough.
All right, man. Well, up next, we're doing Foo Bar Sports. Haven't done that one in a while. So let's see what we got here.